What's up, fam? Panthers, Eagles. Will the Eagles finally get a win? Let's talk about it.
Let's go! This ain't the fuck like oh, this game he stinks!
Oh shit!
It's gone!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Fan Friday. As always, your host, Jake Friel, along with Pete Young. Wow, I actually got the point right on the first try. Impressive. But got a lot to talk about. Obviously, Eagles Week 5 predictions against the Carolina Panthers in Carolina, going up against a 3-1 Panthers team, which I'm not that impressed with, and I don't think Pete really is either. Against Sam Darnold, nonetheless. Eagles defense hasn't looked that great. We'll talk about that as well. Week 5 picks. And as always, towards the end of the show or whenever you guys even want to, just message our social. Tell us you want to come on. We'll send you the link, and you can hop on, talk Eagles, talk Flyers, Sixers, whatever you want to. But before we get into that, quick word from our sponsor. And Fan Friday, as always, is brought to you by Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the promo code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Listen, they have everything. They have underwear, foot sprays, colognes, ball wipes, ball deodorant. They have everything. Everything. It's not just for you. I can guarantee your lady will appreciate it too. Just saying, just throwing it out there. Throwing it out there for you. But before we get into our poll question as well, our poll question is also brought to you by Body Check Wellness. Use promo code A2D for 25% off. Was originally 20, now it's 25. We're giving back to you. They got gummies, topicals, CBD oils, that back rollers that Greg uses all the time, and he absolutely loves it. So, again, we're giving back to you. 25% off, promo code A2D. Can't beat it. So, before we get into it, the poll question for tonight's show. The Eagles defense will have a bounce back performance against the Carolina Panthers. Agree or disagree? Pete, I'll let you start it off.
Honestly, I disagree. The Panthers whole team is honestly stud. Like, obviously, I think Darnold is garbage. Casper the Friendly Ghost will never impress me. It's just not going to happen. But they have some legit playmakers on that team. Roby is insane. He will kill you with his speed. Moore is just chef's kiss, man. Like, DJ and not even that. Like, not to talk about the fact like their whole team is just amazing. Like, they just got Stephon Gilmore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to believe in the Eagles defense. I do. But then Gannon comes out and he's just a dumbass. And he's like, Fletch plays in certain positions and I move them all around. And I'm like, why don't you put him in the best position that's going to help the team succeed? And then he just starts talking about, we're not a nickel team and blah, blah, blah. You should be whatever team is best for – whatever scheme is best for your players. Sounds like Jim Schwartz 2.0. It's just like I just don't feel good about those comments. And also the fact that Sirianni had to hand them a new asshole supposedly doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people like there was talks about people trying to bash Darius Slay. He's not the problem. He hasn't given up like a touchdown all season, and all the top receivers he's gone against have like less than 30 yards against him. Like, He's not the problem. And I know a lot of people will use his, Howie. Howie can't he can't get free agents. I'm like, they're dollar bin free agents. You get what you paid for. if you pay for a $2 million linebacker, whatever you get is what you get. You pay for a $3 million safety or $2 million corner, you get what you get. Like, it's not like you're paying $40 million to a guy and you get like minimal results. That's a reason to be pissed. Like, if all the guys they went out and got were like super expensive dudes and they shit the bed, I'd probably be more pissed. Yeah, but, no, I don't exactly expect much from this defense. It is what it is. It's like, look at all the additions, like Eric Wilson, Ryan Kerrigan, Steven Nelson, the safety from Minnesota, Anthony Harris.
Anthony Harris, yep.
All those guys combined are less than $30 million.
Yep.
So that's a Band-Aid. That's what it is. Those guys are a giant freaking Band-Aid for this team. Because clearly next year they're going all defense in the draft. And that's just it. That's the way they want to go with it. But, this defense is going to give you what it's going to give. Like, I think they're going to get shacked a little bit by Carolina's offense. They have a lot of big playmakers, and that's with or without my boy Christian McCaffrey. So,
yeah,
I think they're going to beat the piss out of us on defense.
I was good. It's tough, but actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. As far as the defense goes, as far as the defense goes, no, I'm gonna disagree. But Tom in the comments also says, "What's up, Tommy?" He says, "I agree. The poll bounce back, meaning they won't give up 40 points again." Yeah, hopefully.
The bar is low, Tom. The bar is low.
The bar's that low. The bar's that low right now. But I mean, to really talk about where you're coming from, Pete, even Jonathan Gannon, like the whole report earlier, I think it was earlier this morning. I read it like probably an hour ago, to where Nick Sirianni was flipping out Jonathan Gannon, calling him out, other defensive coaches out, and him trying to get all cutesy and with his defense, like switching up, like you said earlier, switching up Fletcher Cox and switching up the defense from a 3-4 to a 4-3, and just making like it's a vanilla defense from top to bottom. If you look back at the tape, it's a regular zone. There's nothing complicated. They're not giving the quarterback mixed signals or anything like that. They're not doing anything to confuse the quarterback. It's a regular vanilla zone defense, and I'd rather have Jim Schwartz back at this point, to be honest with you. I mean, I got pissed off with his prevent and stuff like that, but you were still a top 10 defense every year. But
side note, defensively, so
yes.
I've seen some people talking about Jalen Smith, right?
And
I don't think he's the greatest linebacker in the world, but I've seen Eagles fans and beat reporters be like, I would never take Jalen Smith. I would never take him. He's damaged goods. He's a former Cowboy. Here's a fun stat. Alex this is from my boy at the Philly Pod, Victor Williams. The combo of Singleton and Wilson have allowed 31 of 32 passes, 270 yards, 3 TDs, 119 passer rating. The only incompletion was the pick from Eric Wilson.
Oh, wow.
And you're telling me with a straight face that Jalen Smith can't be better than those two guys? All day. I don't even care. The linebacking core is a joke. And like, I'm sorry to Joe Giglio, but I take Devonta Smith all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Yeah. I'm heading in the next season with a bona fide number 1 wide receiver and a top 5 draft pick. By the way, Dolphins are 4th right now if the draft started today.
Yeah. I mean, talking about that as far as draft picks go, I mean, that gets into the conversation. We're talking about draft picks already. I mean, it's fun to look at. Don't get me wrong. I'm not there yet. But I don't know. For me, what I hope, and everyone at A2D hopes, and people want to try and switch the narrative saying, we don't want Jalen Hurts to be successful. We don't want him to do well. Yes, we do. But at the same time, this is a prove-it year for Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
Because if Jalen Hurts doesn't do well, how he's going to end up using 1, 2, possibly all 3 of our potential first-round picks on either a veteran quarterback or trading up to get another quarterback. And I don't want that. I don't want the QB carousel to continue. I want Jalen Hurts to be here. I want him to do well. And in the Kansas City game, he wasn't the reason we lost. It was our defense. It was plain and simple on our defense. Right now, let's see. He had the Falcons game.
Good.
He had the Chiefs game.
Good.
But
and then the other 2 games are here's my issue with Jalen Hurts is that he's inconsistent. And everyone will be like, "Oh my God, he's like number 2 in yards," or "Oh my God, look at how many touchdowns he has." "Oh my God, look at what he's done in his first 8 starts." First off, that's not how that works. He played he started 4 games as a rookie and played in 15 of them. 15. And they're using it as, "Oh, well, look at his stats against Carson Wentz." Carson Wentz played all 16 games his rookie year. Jalen Hurts played 15 as a rookie. And didn't start, but played in 15. He started 4 games in his sophomore campaign. If you're going to do comparisons, compare the sophomore to the sophomore. Like, we need to stop this ridiculous notion that, like, Jalen Hurts, like, just magically didn't play his rookie year. Like, I'm sorry. If you played 1 game as a rookie, as you started 1 game as a quarterback in your rookie year, you played your rookie year. This is not the NBA. This is not Blake Griffin to where you played 15 games and you're still a fucking rookie. Stop it. Can we stop with this ridiculous notion? Like, I'm not hating on Jalen Hurts. I actually love him. I loved him in college. I really love the intangibles. You know what? I'm going to say it. I don't give a shit. You know what? At his core, you know what I see? I see Tim Tebow. Great guy, amazing leader, can rally his teammates like no one else. But once again, that arm scares the shit out of me. How many throws did he miss or underthrow with Devonta Smith? Devonta Smith should have like 6 fucking touchdowns right now. But because Hurts just can't find him or is underthrowing him and killing his legs, man, it's just ridiculous. So can we stop, for the love of Mary and Joseph, comparing him? Oh, he's Russ. He's Lamar. Stop. He's not. Like, I'm sorry. He doesn't have the arm of Russ, and he doesn't have the athleticism of Lamar Jackson. He is what he is. He's, like Tom says, week in, week out, he's a C player right now. That's what he is.
Right now. Yep, right now.
And I'm willing to say I was wrong about Jalen Hurts. Just like I was wrong about last year with Carson Wentz. And I was wrong about Ben Simmons. I have no problem admitting when I'm fucking wrong. But as of right now, he is not this elite quarterback people were making him out to be. Use your eyes. Like, stats lie all the time. Like, look at Alex Smith is a perfect example to where he had all these amazing stats when he's in Kansas City. But no one in their right mind would be like, "Oh, I'd rather have Alex Smith than Patrick Mahomes." Just stop with this bullshit.
Yeah. So to get back to the poll question, for me, the Eagles will have a bounce back game against the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. I'm going to, even with the absence of Christian McCaffrey, I'm going to disagree, because you have Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore. There's who else is there? You have Chuba Hubbard, who I like, but if our run defense can stop anybody, I'd love that. I'd love for that to happen. Will it happen? Probably not.
Nope.
Unless Jonathan Gannon gets his head out of his ass, and we'll see that on Sunday. Hopefully he does. Do I see it happening? No. But again.
Oh, you forgot Terrence Marshall Jr. is also on that team.
Yeah.
Royce Freeman.
Oh, is that where he is now? Okay.
Yes, he is. Yep.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know with this defense. I mean, the only guy I'm really excited about on this defense is Javon Hargrave. That's really it.
I really want to see Davion Taylor. I'm ready for him. He's healthy now.
Where is he?
I want to see it.
Where is he?
He's
always
buried
on the
on the
sideline.
Hey, man, let's go back to the stat I said earlier. 31 out of 32 pass attempts. Just
I'm
saying.
I'm with you. But we know how this organization is, where the GM is so prideful on the guys that he pays. He's like, oh, no, you have to play him. I put a high draft pick into him. I spent a lot of money on this guy.
Just to throw it out there, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is the number 2 graded linebacker for Pro Football Focus and the number 1 graded rookie linebacker. Just
could have had him.
Could have had him.
Let's get into the comments real quick, and then we'll get the show moving on. John Cobble says, I get people are upset about the past 2 weeks. I'm eager to see how the D does against a non-top 5 offense this week. I think some of the hate has been a bit much considering Chiefs and Dallas. I would agree if they showed me something, right? If they that too. If they showed me something and they weren't just as undisciplined as they are, because it's embarrassing. We're leading the league in penalties right now, offensively and defensively. So
we're going to break all the penalty records this year, supposedly.
Now, again, John, I get where you're coming from, right? But the defense hasn't showed me anything. Outside of that Eric Wilson interception, that was it. That's all this defense has really showed me outside of the past 2 weeks. The first two, I'm like, okay, but offensively, the Falcons and the 49ers, I don't think they're that great. Now we'll see what the 49ers look like with Trey Lance, but I'm not that impressed. John Malmos also says that means we would have to run the ball and control the clock and game tempo. I would love it. I'd love it, John. It's a simple formula. It's a simple formula. But we don't do it.
Can I just stick Nick Sirianni in a room with Kevin Stefanski where Kevin just shows them film, be like, hey, you see these 2 great running backs I have? Guess what I do with them? I run it.
Mm-hmm. Brian Wilson says, what's up, boys? What's up, Will? Bill Middlebrook, what's up, Bill? The only guy I've been impressed with is Hargrave. We can't let the guy go. He just keeps getting better and better. I'd trade Cox, Sanders, Scott, and Goddard at the deadline. 3 and 14. Let's go. No, and I hear you. And
where do I sign off on that?
I'm with you, and we've all talked about it, right? Now, Goddard, maybe. It depends on what he looks like at the trade deadline, right? And it depends on if we actually end up using Miles Sanders by the trade deadline. But if we keep losing these games,
trade him straight. Let's go. Hey, Buffalo, you don't need a second round pick. You look at Dallas. Look at Dallas Goddard. Look how good he is.
Yeah. I mean, if we keep losing, right, then obviously I want this team to be sellers. I want this team to be sellers all day. If we're
at what point? I'm sorry. You finish your thought.
Whatever our record is by the trade deadline in November. If we only have 3 wins by the deadline, then I'm trading everybody. I don't care. On this defense, especially. Minus Javon Hargraves, obviously, but everyone else can go. Actually, you know what? No, Hargraves can go. Hargraves can go too. Because if we're not going to go anywhere, by the time we're good, Javon Hargraves isn't going to be here anymore.
He's only here until next year anyway. So
yeah, so we'll see. But let's see. What else we got here? John Malmos also says, at this time, I want her to do well. So next season, our coaches learned how to coach. Trade the Cadillac sitting in the garage, Sanders, for I think he meant to say for like a second round or third round pick, to a playoff team that needs it back. We need picks. Only problem is we need someone better than Howie doing the draft. I don't
know if you've been watching the team this season. All those draft picks are having a baller season.
They're doing well right now.
Devonta Smith looks like a stud. I really liked what I've seen from oh my God, am I gonna forget the O lineman's name?
Oh,
Landon Dickerson. That's it.
Yes.
You know, Milton Williams looks like a presence. You know, and I haven't seen Zach McPherson get destroyed.
Yeah. What's up, Todd?
What's up, homie? You're a little early.
Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Aw.
I'll mute your mic, Todd. It says your mic's muted.
Did the Eagles make you speechless?
No.
They do that.
Yeah, I can't hear Todd. Todd, just leave and join back in. for whatever reason, StreamYard likes to do that sometimes. There was a comment here. Bryce is just saying, what's up? What's up, Bryce?
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Michael O'Donnell says he's a long way from Russell Wilson or Lamar Jackson, but still early in his career. Give him a chance.
We've given him a chance.
Yeah,
when have we not given him a chance?
I'm giving him 17 games this year.
I've literally gone on record saying I would take all 16 games of Jalen Hurts than Deshaun Watson. Like, when have I not given him a chance? But my thing is, I'm giving him the chance, but I'm also not like calling him Russell Wilson 2.0 or Cam Newton or Lamar Jackson. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like,
yeah, no, I hear you. I'm giving him 17 games. If he continues to improve, if he continues to impress, then bring him in all day. I'll have him be the guy. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine with that.
You want to impress me? Get wins.
We got a guy on a cheap rookie deal, and if he continues to go in the direction that I hope he goes, then we're fine. We're perfectly fine because then we can just continue to build around him.
1 and 3 doesn't do anything for me.
No, I hear you. Let's see. Bill also says Hurts will be fine. You can't call anybody elite until after a couple of seasons, regardless how well they play. There's one-hit wonders, so we just need to relax as fans. Focus the hate where it's due. No, I hear you, Bill, but at the same time, this is it. This is it for Jalen. This is what people don't understand, right? This season's it for Jalen. Unless Jalen proves that he's the guy this year, Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie are going to move on from him. It's just that simple. That's what's going to happen. They have the draft capital to get whoever they want, whether it be theoretically, if they plan on moving on from him, Russell Wilson. I know Aaron Rodgers is leaving Green Bay after this year, so that's a possibility.
38-year-old. I love that.
No, I hear you, Pete. I don't want it to happen.
And like, I have to ask people this, like, because somebody brought it up. It's like, let's say we win 5 games, but Jalen Hurts is like 30 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and he rushes for like 800 yards and 11 TDs. Like, are we cool with that? Is that like good enough for people? Like, obviously you'd have to look at like how we lost those games and if the defense was giving up 40 a game. But like, where's the line where it's he was good enough, the defense wasn't, or he was just putting up garbage time stats? You know what I mean? Like, where is the line? Like, what are you looking? This is a good question, Jake. What will be good enough for you for Jalen Hurts to where you're like, nope, Matt Corral, I don't need him. Spencer Rattler, I don't need him. I want Jalen Hurts as my quarterback. Like, I
want nothing to do with Spencer Rattler. First off, I am not a fan of Spencer Rattler. I'm not a fan personally, but what does he have to do?
It's your LSU goggles on. That's what it is.
No, well, listen, my quarterback stinks, so you're good there. Our quarterback this year stinks, but what does Jalen Hurts have to do? I mean, he just has to do what he did in the Atlanta Falcons game and has to do what he did in the Kansas City Chiefs game. He doesn't have to be like, what do you call it? He doesn't have to put up Patrick Mahomes type numbers, but as long as he continues to show he doesn't turn the football over, which he hasn't, aside from the Dallas game, he hasn't turned the football over. And he continues to be aggressive, or becomes more aggressive, throws down the middle of the field more. I'd love to see that. And he just gets better at his deep ball accuracy. He throws more anticipation. My big thing is you just have to see continued development and improvement from him. That's all I want. As far as that goes, like if he continues to go in the upper scale, I'm not going to say he's like going to be like a top 10 quarterback at the end of the season or anything like that, unless you have him in fantasy because he's top 3 right now. But I digress. But
you're gonna get Tom to come in and yell at us.
No, I'm just saying fantasy wise. For anyone who has him in fantasy, it's a great pickup because those garbage time yards are huge. Just saying.
Yep.
But
my goal at the beginning of the season was always anything over 7. Anything over 7 wins. 7 or up, and I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you.
Yes.
All right, cool.
What's up, Todd?
Well, it was another long week, but we finally made it to the weekend.
Yes, sir.
To have a Eagles victory to put us in a better mood.
Keep that baby.
Hopefully.
Well, can we? Well, I will start it off with. Can we say that Brandon Graham is definitely like a Eagles legend and a Hall of Famer because ever since he left the lineup, like we have been looking like Swiss cheese. Like anybody can run on us.
I've been saying it for 5 years now that I would take Brandon Graham over Fletcher Cox. He's outplayed him. He's had better stats. He's been able to stay healthy more. He doesn't miss games. He doesn't go on stretches where he just disappears. But yet somehow, some way, Fletcher Cox's bum ass will find his way on a Pro Bowl. And I'm just like, where? Like, what does he show to get on there?
Yeah. Well,
God, do you know my nickname for Fletcher Cox?
What?
The Great Fletch Dini.
Because he's just stealing money.
No, because now you see him, now you don't for 6 weeks.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, our whole defense is remaking the Ghost because we're seeing players there, but there was no contact. I mean, Eric Wilson. I mean, granted, he got the interception, but the dude does not make tackles. I'm sorry, that we had wasted money. I understand that he was a Viking that can help, utilize the game plan, but at the end of the day, he's complete garbage.
Jalen Smith.
I don't. Well, that was another thing. I mean, Jalen Smith is not known for his, run stopping ability. I mean, he's known for coverage and moving from side to side.
He can't be any worse. Our starting combo linebackers have allowed for 3 touchdowns, over 200 yards, and have only broken up 1 pass out of like 32 attempts, and it was a pick.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like, I'm not saying that it wouldn't hurt us to go after Jalen Smith, but are we a team that if we go after, like, even Stephon Gilmore, if we would have went after him, can you really say that we're like a playoff team right now?
No,
but like you probably would have had to give them up draft capital for him. Like, you don't have to give up anything.
Exactly. Well, I mean, either draft capital or money wise. So that's why I'm looking at this team right now. It's like, okay, we're not a playoff caliber team. Like I always say, maybe it's still early into the season, but I mean, we can always still win a division, which I will always love. But if you're truly trying to say, like, if we're going to go into the playoffs and do damage, you're out of your fucking mind.
No.
Playoffs.
No way.
So trying to pick up a free agent, like, if we had to pick up a free agent or make a trade, it better be like not only for now, but definitely like a future. Like, like a building block.
He's young enough to where, you could use him in the future. This doesn't have to be just a one and done type of thing. Like, he's a former Pro Bowl caliber player. Like, and here's the thing:
at the same time,
if he wasn't a Cowboy, I don't think anyone would be so against it.
I'd still want him.
I mean, I would want him too, but it's like, is he gonna really, make that big of a change for this whole entire defense? Hell no, because Gannon's still calling the plays, and what I'm seeing right now is I'm not impressed.
Anything is better than what we got.
Well, I mean, we was impressed because we knew what we saw when he was at the Vikings. We saw, the mixed coverages, the show blitz on one side, but coming from another. We saw that, and what we're getting is, Jim Schwartz 2.0, but even worse.
Yep.
Yeah. Much worse.
He's still 15 yards back. He still won't blitz. It's the same old shit, and I don't understand that.
But what even makes it even worse is just the most. We're looking so undisciplined, man. Like, that's one thing I admit about Doug Peterson. Like, if we had like a huge penalized game, the very next game that was cleaned the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I'm just seeing like just half of those offsides. I mean, either Sweat is completely on the other side, Derek Barnett. I'm like, the ball, they ain't even got to the line and y'all jumping off sides. Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's hard to deal with growing pains, but Philadelphia, we pride ourselves on defense, and if
Pete?
you don't, what up, Pete? A tag team partner right there. If we truly don't even bring a defensive presence to any game, I mean, like, what the fuck are we doing, man? This is not Philly football.
Yep.
Because that's one thing we can always count on is a defensive presence that's going to at least keep us in the game. And right now, I mean, from what we saw with the Atlanta game, we have to play ahead, and because this defense is not holding nobody.
No way. I mean, with the report like we touched on earlier from Philly Inquirer talking about Nick Sirianni getting in Jonathan Gannon's ass for his poor defensive play calling. I mean, maybe that there was a spark under him, or Jonathan Gannon's just going to be like, fuck you, I'm still going to call my game and I'm just going to do it how I've been doing it. But I don't know.
Just saying,
it's
winners available.
Listen, I've
been campaigning for 5 years with that one.
I've been preaching to have Seth as our defensive coordinator for a while. I'd love to have him as a coach. I'd love to have him.
Steph, I mean, fuck. Right now, we should have gave Deuce Staley a shot right now. I mean, like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck could we? I mean, because the way I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm done with. I'm so done with this analytics shit. Yeah. Like,
analytics is important. You just can't be 100% analytical. Like, if you're you have to be.
Well, that's the problem. Like, they drunk the Kool-Aid. Like, there is no 50-50 with it or 60-40. It's 100% analytical.
Anti-analytics when that's how we won the Super Bowl. So
yeah,
we didn't truly win the Super Bowl off of just pure analytics. Now
it played a big part in it.
No, like, you gotta remember, you still had core pieces from Andy Reid's team.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, look how he went for it on fourth down compared to year 1 to year 2. It became very situational as opposed to, every fourth down we're going to go for it. What? We're 4th and 30? Let's go.
Well, I mean, of course that, but I mean, you got to look at those fourth down advantages. Of course, your odds are going to be better when you're looking at a 4th and 2, 4th and 1. Hell, even a 4th and 3 is not bad. But if you're constantly looking at a 4-5, I mean, not really going to work, and we're not really executing.
Yep.
I mean, as far as if you want to flip on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, we like I said, we're seeing glimpses. We're seeing what Jalen Hurts likes to do. Start with some short passes, get it up tempo, but keep that running game going. It pissed me off when we was on that drive, that very first drive. We moved the ball down the field, but guess what? He stopped. As soon as we getting close to the red zone, he stopped running the ball.
Yep.
Also, in what universe does Greg Ward warrant more snaps than Quez Watkins?
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't they have like, if I recall correctly, I think one of the stats was like they have like a 112 or 116 passer rating when Quez Watkins is targeted by Jalen Hurts. And I'm just like, why not use him in the red zone? Like, he's insanely quick. Like, I don't understand how that play for Greg Ward in the end zone is not for Quez Watkins, because he's there double time and that ball's already in his hands.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Greg Ward is like our sure-handed catcher, and it's unfortunate that on that play that he didn't make the catch.
Balls in the fucking end zone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is our veteran wide receiver on his team, so it was like,
really.
What's he have, like 2 catches through 4 games? Like,
I like Greg.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have no problem with Greg. Greg is our Jason Avant, but it's just, it was, he let him out too fast or let him out too far, and he didn't make the catch. But
yeah,
I mean, as far as our whole wide receiver core, I mean, you can't really just jump down on Greg Ward right now because we still carrying JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
It's not mean that I have nothing. Whiteside's done everything I've asked him to this year. There's no reason for me to shit on him whatsoever.
Of course, because he's like our Riley Cooper. He's great at blocking. That's all he can do.
That's it.
I mean, Cooper did have like 800 yards.
I'd rather have Riley Cooper though than JJ. But that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot.
Well,
I'm not touching that.
Like I'm not shitting on Riley Cooper because he did have that. He did contribute to that 7 touchdown game. Yeah. But at the same time, I mean,
just saying, you don't win in the Miracle in the Meadowline games without Riley Cooper.
Nope.
Hey, he gets yes, no, he gets the recovery, man. He gets the
All right, I'm not bringing up past Eagles anymore. I'm moving on.
Yeah, that's what
I want to talk about Herschel Walker. What are you talking about?
Bill Myrtlebrook says, "Stop with the wins. This isn't an individual sport. If you think that anybody else would have got more wins, you're sadly mistaken. It's the secondary, no linebackers, rushing, and horrible play calling." No,
when he shit the bed against San Francisco, that's not a problem.
Well, that was just that's horrible play calling and horrible management.
That's a game we could have won.
Oh, it's a game we easily could have won if we recover that fumble at the end of the game. And
if Hurts finds Ward in the end zone like he's supposed to and doesn't force it, that's a different game altogether.
Yeah,
I mean, like Grant. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is growing pains. I mean. At the end of the day, we can all say because I guess we've done seen it, through Patrick Mahomes or any other quarterback that sat on the bench or had a 1 year and they came up and lit up the NFL. So I guess we done seen that so many times that we do forget that sometimes these quarterbacks do have to grow. And even though the pass is right there, they get excited just like we do. I mean, that pass to Ertz, that should have been money. Like that's an NFL pass that you have to make, and he got too happy and overshot.
I don't think people get it with Hurts is that if this is if he's a first-round quarterback, you're willing to give him a little bit more time. There is no time, okay? This is it. This is your year. So wins matter this year. Like, I don't know I understand why people would think that, we're still developing Hurts, which is fine. But this isn't like a regular season. If he doesn't continue to develop and win games, he's not going to be here next year. If we finish the season with 3 or 4 wins, I'll guarantee Jalen Hurts is not the quarterback next year.
But see that and see this is where we go all over the place. Just right there, we know we got a first-year head coach. This is Jalen Hurts' first starting season. Now he's getting some games all together. He's got a total of 8 games under his belt.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're still we don't even know who to really blame. I mean, we see the missed throws from Jalen Hurts, but then we also look at the play calling. Mm-hmm. We also look at how terrible the defense is, and so we're trying to hurry up and stay in the game or go too pass happy where that hurts. That hurts, like no pun intended. But I mean, so it goes hand in hand because if we already got 2 touchdowns hanging over our head, here it is, Nick Sirianni's panicking, so he's just throwing the ball all over the place, and that's not Hurts. Hurts is not a quarterback that you can just throw out there and throw. He's not built like that, not yet. Can he get there? Absolutely. He just is developing, getting more comfortable in that pocket. I mean, I'm sorry. This is where the live action really counts. Because he's so used to running, he has to actually get those reps staying in the pocket. And there's one thing about throwing in practice where you're not going to get touched. In a live game, you can get hit.
Right.
So
absolutely.
I'm not giving Hurts no, like I said, he missed 2 critical. That's 2 touchdowns he took off the board if he would have hit them on the, numbers.
Like, I won't kill him for the Kansas City game. Like, he obviously messed up a few throws here and there, but he played great. Like, I honestly thought he played great in the Kansas City game. The defense.
I mean, we didn't punt. I mean, that lets you know we did not punt.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And but people will take what I say and it's like, oh, you just hate Jalen Hurts. No, I literally would love nothing more than for him to be the franchise quarterback, so I can spend all like 50 picks next year on defense.
Well, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm changing mine to I need Hurts to be the franchise quarterback because I'm not trying to mortgage these picks for one guy. Because I'm sorry, we got way too many holes, fellas. Like fam, like there is no.
We're the goddamn Titanic. That's how many holes we have. Post iceberg.
Yeah, we're
post iceberg.
I mean, it's
bad.
I can't really. If anybody's saying like you bringing Deshaun Watson, I mean, last week I was kind of I was just too heated at that game because like I said, it was the Cowboys, the game previous before the Chiefs. But
I'll play Jalen Hurts for the remainder of his contract before I trade for Deshaun Watson.
No, I hear.
But no, it's just not like that Chiefs game. You can see that we can compete, or he has that competing heart, and he kept us in the game for what was a game.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, our defense, I mean, we couldn't stop anybody. I mean, you talking about we took away Kelsey. Tyreek Hill still got his, touches in there. But when you talking about running, like we got ran on. Like we can deal with the big bombs from Tyreek Hill or even Travis Kelce getting those, sneaky first downs. But I mean, averaging close to 7 to 8 yards per carry.
Yeah.
Not on my Eagles defense. Nah, that what?
Yeah, no.
We will never let nobody run on our ass.
Chris, name me the last Eagles coach who was one and done, and that should answer your question.
Plus, Nick Sirianni's also a yes man too. I get where you're coming from, but 1 year it's not going to happen. There's no way.
Honestly, does anyone remember the last one-time Eagles coach?
Eagles coach, no, but I can. There's a couple coaches I can name that.
No, I understand that.
We got a couple of 3-year coaches. I mean,
Chip Kelly,
we got the 3-year coaches.
Yeah, and that's fine. But this is just not a team that fires a coach after 1 year. They've never done it under Laurie.
Yeah.
And pretty much, I mean, like I said, you can't fire a coach when you don't. That's what I'm saying. As a whole organization. As much as we kept on saying is a retooling and it looked good on paper, this is a true rebuild because we're all looking at it like
all your defensive spending were Band-Aids. That's it. And it was under $30 million.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not only that, but our supposed stars are not even there.
They're babies.
No,
I mean Ryan Kerrigan, for God's sakes, I was like, he done like that's how bad he's been a boogeyman to us. Like he fucked us up so many different times.
He doesn't have a stat this year.
I mean, I saw how many snaps he has, and I'm like, but what really fucked me up was actually watching him getting held. Like he got the penalty, but how many times we done seen Ryan Kerrigan not only get the holding penalty, but took down Carson Wentz or caused a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And this time, I'm like, it was like slow motion, like he was just walking towards Mahomes. And then Mahomes finally sees him. He's like, oh.
Let me move over here,
man. Let me just let me move over here. I mean, I was like, okay, yeah, he put that much fear in us because that's an old man out there. I know we had success with Chris Long, but this he's a shell of himself. So I'm just looking at this roster. I'm like, who's really trying to make a name for himself?
Yeah, that doesn't look like anybody right now.
It's not looking good.
Bill says, I honestly hope we do move on from Hurts for you guys to watch him light it up with a real team and coaching. Yes.
I mean, you sound silly, but whatever.
I mean, yeah, that's yeah. If
It's like
you're
you
a
want
fan
me
too.
to go somewhere else just to fuck us, so you can say, "Oh man, showed you guys." like
That's also Bill.
Get
You
your
know what?
bullshit out of here.
The fact that you just said that, Pete, that describes Bill perfectly. That's the perfect description of Bill. I've been here long enough.
It's literal small dick locker room behavior right there.
But I do love Bill. I mean, that's Bill's passion.
God,
when he's disappointed, he's like, "Fuck it, just throw everybody in the goddamn trash can. Let's go back to the grocery store." But I just right now we need as much draft capital. I'm actually agreeing. If we know that the playoffs are not in reach, and it gets close to the trade deadline, and if we get some good calls for Fletch, bye.
See ya.
If we get some good calls for Darius Slay, bye.
Yep.
Like
Cleveland could use they could use Fletcher Cox.
Well, I mean, he'd be being backed up with Jackson, so I mean, hey.
He's actually having a surprisingly good season right now.
Who?
Malik Jackson. He's actually looking decent.
Yeah, he actually is looking pretty decent.
Of course, it's because he's not here. That's why.
Well, and he also has there's just playing.
Well, no, it goes hand in hand. I mean, when you got Myles Garrett,
yeah, right.
Oh yeah, Davian Clowney.
Look, man, yeah, when you're playing with him and Clowney, it's not a bad thing.
Like that's why, and that's what. Like if we getting our two best defensive tackles double team, I'm like, yo, who is not winning on the one-on-ones?
Right. That's why I get so mad. People are like, oh man, you're just a Fletcher hater. I said, no. I said, if you're going to get paid big time money, I want big time fucking production. Myles Garrett gets double teamed every week. And guess what? Guys are on their ass.
What was it against the Bears? He had what, like 5 sacks, 4 or 5 sacks?
4.5.
Yeah.
4.5. Okay.
Justin Fields had a day of days that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask Joe Burrow how good Myles Garrett is.
Yep.
He strip sacks him and catches the ball in the same play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Myles Garrett is also just a genetic freak.
He is.
I mean, I saw that post. He's like, "There's a went sleeveless and had a random drug test."
It wouldn't shock me.
He's unreal. Like I really
unreal.
I didn't buy that he was going to be a dominant player out of college. And you know what? Wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
I thought Burnett was going to be better.
I'm not gonna lie. I was 50-50 on Myles. I was 50-50 because even though he came from the same school as Von Miller, and everybody said that he was a lot better, I was like, it was just the fact that he came after just Davion Clowney, and I was like, I don't know, if the hype is real or not, but hey, it's real.
Clowney's looking good.
But I'm definitely already starting to look at drafts. I see a couple of mock drafts out there.
I looked at Tankathon right before the show, by the way.
I'm not gonna lie, Todd. What do you call it? I'm not there yet, but I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't. I'm looking.
I look at it even when we're winning.
Like, to be fair, I wasn't like looking at the player per se that they say that we was gonna draft. I was trying to look at, okay, how they gonna fill our needs? Like who we drafting first and everything. I was trying to see the filler outs. And of course, they threw an offensive lineman on our ass in the first round. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, well,
defensive tackle, and then probably a safety. Knowing us,
no, I'm like, we go all 3 pillars of the defense. If we actually have all 3 first rounders, you go defensive tackle, linebacker, and cornerback.
Yeah,
Todd, they haven't drafted a linebacker in the first round since '79, so I just don't see it.
Well, guess what? If I gotta duct tape Howie to a chair and cover his mouth so we can draft a linebacker in the first round, like there's no.
I don't see it. I just don't
You
see
cannot
it.
ignore it. Okay, this is. I mean,
I understand that.
you have
but
the worst
this
linebacker
franchise,
tandem
they
in the
haven't
league.
drafted one since '79. Howie's never drafted a linebacker high, other than like Michael Kendricks.
Right.
And you can maybe argue that's why he has buyer's remorse and why he doesn't like going high with linebackers.
Well, I mean,
Michael Kendricks wasn't a bad pick. I mean, he was a second round pick.
Bad.
That was.
He wasn't bad.
He was actually pretty damn. I mean, if you really.
That's Todd, right?
Yeah, we might be losing Todd.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't me.
Oh, you got me? Oh.
Yeah, we got you. You're good.
Well, it's your janky ass internet that affects us all.
You're blaming my internet. Okay.
I'm sorry. It's not our fault.
No,
I'm
the
internet.
Blaming old Pete over there. He's the one that's always zoomed out, zoomed
That's
in,
not true.
zoomed
That's
out,
not true.
zoomed
We're
in.
going on like 10 weeks where I'm golden.
To be fair, it's only when Tom's not here, his internet's fine. I'm just saying.
Okay.
For whatever reason, whenever Tom's not here, his internet's fine.
True. We did a show with Tom 2 weeks ago, and my internet was fine.
Is that what it was? Maybe you upped on your electric bill or your Wi-Fi bill, but we'll see. Chris, appreciate the donation. Enjoy the show, gents. Nick just smells like a lesser chip. Bring back Billy Davis.
I haven't thought of Billy Davis in forever.
Oh God.
I actually thought about him like too.
Davis.
I was like this. Well, Bill Davis at least had like couple of turnovers on his defense, even though he got ran through also. But somehow we got turnovers come up with some turnovers.
Defense.
Yeah, I was like,
we gave up yards, but we got turnovers.
Yeah, I was like, how do we get ran through on our defense, but we still get turnovers? But now it's like, shit.
I don't know.
It's just a great time to announce that John is not here, and therefore I win another week. And even better, that I win my bet in 12 days.
You win your bet in 12 days that Ben Simmons is still here.
Well,
there's still a lot of time left.
We might pull the trigger on that Indiana trade.
I saw that.
Sure, you can pull it on day 13.
All day.
Hey,
trade all day.
Because if you line that trade up between Kyrie Irving, and who else they brought up? I know pretty much I used that Kyrie Irving one. I was like this. There's no fucking way I would take Kyrie Irving. There's no fucking way.
His crazy ass on. I don't want any guy who's so insane that he's willing to miss home games. I don't care that he wouldn't miss them in Jersey. Like the fact that he's openly willing to miss home games on a championship contending team with the Brooklyn Nets. You're crazy, man.
The man's a lunatic.
Well, not only that, but I don't want to pick up a player that is like we're already judging Ben Simmons if he has heart to play the game or how much does he really want to win.
He cares more about being famous than he does being a great basketball player. We know that.
Guy who,
I'm like this, okay, and then you got Kyrie Irving, who's 10 times worse.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a guy who won it so.
I mean, this is not the Kyrie Irving that we talked about early Cleveland.
Yeah, right.
No,
this is a guy who's who cares about his image so much to where he didn't want to be front and center to watch LeBron go to the finals, so he got his knee surgery that night.
Yep.
Like, what's he going to do if you wait like a week? Or why didn't you get it like 2 weeks prior?
Yeah, who knows?
But
that's Kyrie.
I'd rather go ahead and go with the Indiana trade. At least I'm getting some young players.
Yep.
Some development, and just go ahead and let's move past this damn Ben Simmons shit. I mean, he's not coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Too much damage has been done. And to be honest, I don't give a damn if he keeps on putting out the goddamn gym videos and I really do hope that he has a bounce back career and try to say, hey, y'all was wrong about me. But at the end of the day, there's certain times of situations you just got to move on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, absolutely.
And going into a season constantly talking about Ben Simmons, I mean, I couldn't have a headline that's saying that I just lost 300,000.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
That is
I don't know. I don't know.
300,000, boy. Woo.
But you know what? To him, that's nothing. But I don't know. Listen, the sooner he gets out of here, the more I'll be willing to talk about Sixers basketball.
Yeah,
let's put it
There
that
is no
way.
Sixers basketball.
Absolutely.
I can't. But before we wrap it up, let's preview the Eagles-Carolina Panthers game. Devontae Smith's coming off a great game. I'll say that much. He could have had a much better game if the ref actually called for a touchdown, which it should have been.
Which it legally should have been. Any offensive player who is pushed out of bounds is allowed to correctly push himself back in, and it should be labeled a touchdown. I looked up the rule.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Well,
he could have had 200 yards in a tutty, but
we all, like I said, those refs, I mean, it felt like they was out for us.
Yep.
Because it seemed like anytime we were sniffing the end zone, it was some penalty or some bonehead penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, even J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, that penalty.
That was bullshit. I don't give a fuck what anyone said.
penalty.
That was bullshit.
That was a bullshit penalty.
Because I was like, everybody talking about, he fully extended the arm. I was like, the ball was already out. Like,
yeah, right.
that was a bang. Like, he got that ball out quick. So I think I really say the refs was just out on us for that game because we knocked on that door too many times and we just got sent back. But for the Carolina game, if Christian McCaffrey comes back, I don't think he's going to be fully 100%.
Matt Rule said he's listed as doubtful, so it looks like he might not play.
Because, as much as you want to rush him back, it's like, okay, you rush back and then you still fuck up that hamstring and you make it worse.
Well, he's also been hurt the past 2 years, so it's like
exactly.
No need to rush him back. I wouldn't rush him back. No way.
So we're gonna see. Fletcher Cox definitely got put on the spotlight. So if we can stop the run, we gotta get to Darnold fast.
Yeah,
we gotta get to Darnold fast. If he gets into a rhythm, he's smoking us.
Yeah, you need to make this dude see ghosts.
Absolutely.
Also, if a guy named Chubba Hubba puts 100+ rushing yards on us, I'll be disgusted.
Don't be surprised. I'm just saying.
With our
rush defense, don't be surprised.
That's why I'm like this. It goes hand in hand. If we're making Darnold see ghosts, that means we're stopping the run.
Yeah.
Because right now the formula is to beating us off the line, double team Javon Hargrave, double team Fletcher Cox, and make the linebackers come in the hole. And so far, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, like if I was Jonathan Gannon, I'm throwing the kitchen sink all day. I don't care. We're 1-3. I don't care. Throw everything.
It worked for Jimmy Johnson. I'm like, dude, right. Jimmy Johnson sent like a blitz just about every other player, or back to back, or all three. If you're getting at least putting a hand in that quarterback's face and making them speed up the throw, it's gonna come out wobbly. It's not gonna come out a perfect pass.
Right.
At least if you got at least a decent secondary, you can bat it down or at least make the pick. But I feel like we can steal this game. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
But this is definitely we don't know what this team is.
Right.
And that's why we don't know what's our winning formula. Are we a beat 'em up team? Are we a high? I'd rather go with the up tempo because that look where Hurts was comfortable. We was getting the plays out. But for God Almighty, can we continue to run the fucking ball? Yeah. That's all. Please. We begged that with Doug. I'm getting. It's like it's becoming a broken fucking record.
It really has. It really has.
Like Like, we haven't ran the ball since LeGarrette Blount, and because we learned our lesson. The whole team, Malcolm Jenkins told us like this: you got LeGarrette Blount, run the damn ball, and we started running. We found our identity. It's like we got Miles Sanders, we got Kenneth Gainwell, we got some young running backs. I mean, I don't know why we still got Howard on the practice squad. We said that this is the best he looked in a long time, but he's on our practice squad.
Must not see much.
I don't know.
I don't know, but this is a game that I feel we can steal. My final score was
Cox gets a tackle.
Either 31-28, 28-24 kind of field game.
Okay.
Eagles, but I gotta see what this defense is, if we can slow the Panthers down.
21-14 Eagles.
21-14. If we can hold them to 14 points, I'll listen. I'm dancing. If we can hold that Panthers offense to 14 points.
Yeah, that's.
So here's the thing. With the Panthers, they're 3-1, yeah, but they're not like an impressive 3-1 because, like, you saw the game against the Texans, they struggled to get a win there, and they really haven't like put it all together yet. Like, obviously, the team has potential, sure, and they have a very good defense, but still Sam Darnold. Yes, Sam Darnold's improved, but I think any quarterback's going to improve once they get out of the Jets organization. So there's that. As long as Jalen Hurts continues to step forward, as long as Devontae Smith continues to build off the game that he had against Kansas City, which I expect, and I think with the injury to J.C. Horn, obviously he's still going to be going against a good corner in Deontay Jackson, but Devontae will get his.
I think Henderson's going to play this.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. But all that I ask is that we run the ball. Please, can we just run the ball a couple, not even that much, maybe like 10, 15 times, mix it up a little bit, have the defense guess a little bit instead of just telling the opposing defensive coordinator, oh, they're going to throw it every time. Okay, just do zone, man-to-man, either or. Confuse the young quarterback. It's so simple. That's the thing. It's so simple.
We had Shady McCoy in the house retiring the number. You think like we would have like really dedicated like at least a good majority of the plays to running the ball? I mean, when we ran the ball, I mean, we was moving the chains. It helped the up tempo, but it just like it just sickens because it just fades away.
Yep.
Like we just stopped running the ball, and then we're like, oh, we just had a run. I'm tired of that, man. You run to pass the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Because if you get the linebackers looking, you get the safeties looking in the backfield, trying to cheat up towards the line to help in run stopping. You got the chance to really beat them over the top, and that's where Quez Watkins can come into play. Jalen Reagor can do what he can do best, run go routes.
Yep.
But we're not fooling anybody if you just run one time and then try to act or trying to run the RPO. There is no run.
I actually looked up this because I love play action, right? So I looked up who has the most play action plays and play action yards, and it's the Eagles. And I'm just like, how does that even work? Like, how do you do play action plays when you don't run the ball?
You don't run the ball, right?
They must be like really short ones, like because there's just no way, like.
Well, it's because we run dominantly out of RPO, so they consider that as like a play action.
So ridiculous, man.
But at the same time, if you're not running the ball, you're not fooling the secondary.
No, you're not.
But
and that's how you get like a young quarterback. That's how you get a momentum, right? You run the ball,
I mean,
get them a couple RPOs, couple dink and dunk, short passes, get the momentum going, get the speed.
A tight end in a running game.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, the tight end and running game is a young quarterback's best friend.
Yeah.
You're helping him see the field because he's not. I'm not saying that he can't throw into the tight windows. He just doesn't have that eye yet. Like,
right.
You got I look at Joe Burrow. He took a good majority of snaps last season before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're seeing him make throws that are into tighter windows now because he's got that feel. He's done seen it.
Yep.
Once you done got the feel of constantly seeing how windows open and close on the field, you're like, okay, I can see where I can make the throws. Hurts isn't. I mean, he's still, like I said, you got to get comfortable in that pocket first, and he's not there.
No, not yet.
So right now, it's like, give him that damn running game and some tight ends, little dump passes to keep his confidence up.
Yep.
But, Sirianni, boy, what can we say? Because he tried to be everybody's best friend. I try to tell, there's only one Mr. Rogers, okay? And he's everybody's favorite neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be everybody's favorite neighbor.
No, and that's what he tries to be. Yep. I hear you.
And then trying to talking about, we're hearing about getting in the player's ass. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
Because if we still get the penalties, we're moving the ball, but not really capitalizing. I'm going to have to start leaning on coaching.
Right.
You can't only do the players but so much.
Yeah. And it's going to be a big game for Sunday. I think more so for the coaches, just because of that.
Absolutely.
So they have to show that they can adjust on the defensive side, obviously, and as well as on the offensive side. So
because we haven't seen no adjustments since the Falcons.
Since the Falcons game, we haven't seen anything.
Adjustments are nice.
Yeah, I'd love to see it one time, but we'll see. So my final score, I think it is going to be close. I'm going to say Eagles win 27-23 in Carolina.
All right.
Now we have the Buccaneers on the following Thursday, so
well, we'll
be hot for like 5 minutes, and then we'll be like, well, here we are.
Well, the thing, I don't want to. Hey, it's the Thursday night game. I mean, those are the wacky games.
That's true.
So you're talking about that quick little turnaround, and we're home, so that actually helps us.
Yeah,
compared to Tampa Bay.
And also Tampa's secondary is destroyed. But their first two levels are still very solid.
Go Tampa this weekend.
Who do they play this weekend?
They play the Dolphins.
Yeah, who do they play?
Do they play the Dolphins? Okay, yeah. Go Bucks.
Nah, I need the Dolphins to beat the fuck out of them for a little bit. We got to soften their asses up. I mean, I still want them to lose.
No, this is pick time. I want my picks.
Yeah, I need them to keep on losing. Now I need the Colts, on the other hand, I need them to win. I need them to win a couple.
When I'm talking about beat them up, is like, hey, physically beat them up, like make them like really, gas them out.
We're not beating Brady.
If you can get to Brady, but I don't think their pass rush.
Well, this defense is getting to Brady. Oh yeah,
no way. But I need the Colts to win a little bit, just so the Colts don't go on a losing streak and then bench Carson, and then we don't get our first round pick. So I need them to win a little bit. I'll be fine with that.
That's who I really need to win. They need to definitely win this weekend.
Well, the Dolphins game was huge. The Dolphins game was huge last week. But
absolutely.
You guys got anything else before we wrap up?
Go Penn State.
What Penn State?
Because I know that's the big game this week.
Yes,
I'm going to go with Deontay Wilder.
Ooh, are you really?
I found out that you know Tyson Fury came in at 295. Man, there was no need else.
295.
He came in at 295 talking about adding more power. I was like, dude,
Listen,
you fucked up the winning formula. So now I'm like, ooh, I don't know.
listen,
Because at
Tyson's
first,
never really been in shape per se. He's always
well,
had a bit of like a gut or something like that. He's never been like in
Well-
full shape.
well, he got a gypsy body. I mean, he's 6'9", you know.
Yeah.
So when he was that last fight, he was 275, but you could tell like he was able to move like with his face, like he was able to he was looking like a lightweight. So coming in at 295, talking about he wanted added more power, I'm like, I don't know. That's not that's not good, but
I love Tyson Fury.
Cause I was hands down, I thought this, you know, even though Deontay Wilder put it in his contract, so he deserved it, but I really thought it was a waste of time because I don't think that Deontay Wilder really developed anything in his game, but by Tyson coming in much heavier, I don't know if he's gonna have that speed. So if he doesn't have that speed and Deontay Wilder sees an opening, we know it's called the eraser.
Right.
Like he don't have to have no boxing skills just to put a motherfucker out.
Right. Exactly.
So
we'll see.
Who you got?
We'll see. I mean, I got Fury. I got Fury. Again, I could be wrong, and it could be Wilder, but just how Wilder came out in that last fight, I just
that's what I'm saying. It's like
that last fight. In my mouth.
That last fight when Fury was saying like, "Hey, I figured it out. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to come right at you," and he did, and it was just not pretty.
And Wilder had no response. He had no response.
None.
And listen, here's why I love Tyson Fury so much. He is one of the best shit talkers in sports history. The man's fantastic in his shit talking. I think we might have first talk.
He's got some. I'll give you that. He's good.
Oh, he's really good. But I mean, I just hope it's better than the last fight. That's all I'm really hoping for. I hope it's actually like a good back and forth and it's a close fight.
I don't follow boxing, so you guys are just like.
I don't want it to go to decision because I hate that. I hate leaving it in the hands of the judges.
Yeah, and when it goes to decision, it always goes to the champion. I mean, that's just
exactly. Yeah, that's
Vegas rules. That's like that's just. What if you ever do a boxing bet and if you just lay your money on the champ, like at least you know you're gonna walk out with some money if it goes to the decision.
Oh yeah, absolutely. To walk out with money on that are pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I never bet boxing. It's like
it's too difficult to determine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
that's the thing
like,
with combat sports. Combat sports are weird like that. Same thing with baseball too, though. I never bet on baseball.
I've done it here and there.
Yeah, baseball.
I couldn't do baseball. I saw even how tricky that is. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I was like, them midday games would be a fucking brutal.
Oh my god! And that's the thing too. Like if you're an avid gambler, you got games every day.
Exactly. I'm like, ooh, no.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Appreciate it, John. Welcome.
Woo!
Hey, look at that.
John just became a new A2D member. Obviously, fan before we get off.
Yep.
$9.99 a month for the A2D membership. Perks include appearances on shows, members only live streams that'll be coming soon. Shout outs if you're if you comment and you're a member, we'll pull it up immediately. And here's the kicker where you make your money back and then some. Weekly sports picks from Money Pop Podcast and Nate Moss, as well as daily fantasy picks from Willie Vegas. Listen, $9.99 a month. We do shirt giveaways, jersey giveaways, You get discounts on our merch, and you're getting your money back with Nate's bets because Nate continues to be hot. So you're going to make that $9.99 back in a single weekend. And I say it every week. It's a guarantee. You'll make your money back in a single weekend. That's a promise. So you're almost playing yourself for not doing the $9.99 a month because you'll be making way more. So you'll basically be paying nothing for the subscription. But
trust me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen to the Negro Dominus of betting. He will guide you in the right path.
Oh Lord. You guys have anything else before we wrap up?
Hopefully just get a Birds dub, man. I need to feel good starting off my week.
Give me a W. That's all we ask.
Nice. It would be nice for me to like not want to cry when I come into work on Monday.
Going on Thursday 2-3. Not great, but you feel okay about yourself. Not really confident, but you're not like down either.
Like, and depending on the performance, that's where if we got the dub, at least we'll feel a hell of a lot better playing that Thursday game.
Right. Yep.
We'll be a little bit more amped up.
You win on Sunday, and that's a chance to go 3-3.
Yep.
That's where you get that dub going and see Tom Brady. You gotta, you gotta flex on him. Grab your nuts and say, "Hey, what's up, motherfucker?"
Yeah, why not?
Here.
Makes
why
me.
Not?
You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Graham was healthy.
It's a Thursday night game. It's a home game. Fuck. We got a dub. You feeling good? You just say, "Hey, motherfucker, we here. We know who you are."
Can we just get Carrie Underwood for like one Thursday night game? Like honestly, like I'll feel a little bit better if I hear Carrie. I'm like, Carrie, you singing? I think we're gonna win.
I haven't watched the intro for
no, I haven't either.
I'm sorry. That don't do it for me no more.
No, it doesn't.
I just laugh that now that Tony Romo has to do Sunday Night Football, it makes me laugh knowing he has to watch Carrie Underwood do an intro.
Man, he's probably just off walking somewhere, talking. He ain't paying attention.
No,
this is true, but it makes me giggle.
Yeah.
But Tony Romo's a nice guy. He ain't salty, dude.
No,
he's rolling in money, man. He's good.
Listen, he's one of the highest paid broadcasters in the NFL.
One of the best.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's got plenty money. He plays golf. Hey, he's good. He's part of the Jones family.
Yep.
Hey,
so
he's good.
Yeah, he's set. His kids are set. He's fine.
Yeah, Carrie Underwood. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. How are things?
Yeah, right?
That's how he's treated. But
absolutely.
Any other good college games besides that? Penn State and Iowa.
Penn State, Iowa. That's always going to be a favorite.
Go Iowa.
Notre Dame.
Go Penn State.
Fuck Penn State.
Who's Notre Dame?
Fuck Iowa.
I forget who Notre Dame.
Yeah, fuck you too, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked at the slate for college yet. I'll probably end up looking after we get off. But
all right.
Jake, this is a family show.
What? What'd I miss?
You said after we get off.
Oh my god.
Wah, wah, wah.
Speaking of getting off, use promo code A2D for 20% off at Manscaped. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job. Not only good for you, but your lady will thank you. Or your significant other, whichever floats your boat. Not going to judge. But
no way you can segue like
leave that to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle already took care of that.
It's getting canceled and his special hasn't even come out yet and he's already getting canceled. Ugh. Gotta love it. But again,
I already watched it, man. It's
is it funny?
It's really good.
I figured.
Yeah,
well, he's fantastic anyway.
It was, and he gets the message across.
He absolutely does.
So, we like I said, we live in too much of a sensitive ass time.
I'm with you. I'm right there with you.
But as far as sensitive, there's nothing sensitive than feeling refreshed from that nice manscape,
Yes, sir.
coming out of the shower, feel that nice breeze, ready to take on the world.
Yep. Let's see before we get out of here.
Fluffy balls.
Balls will be smooth as eggs.
Exactly. Got the lotion, got the ball deodorant. Listen, you're gonna feel fresh.
Hey man,
You're gonna feel
Absolutely.
real fresh.
don't underestimate that ball deodorant.
It's very,
I told you.
very underrated. Very,
Man,
very
Told you.
underrated.
Nothing worse than heat rash on a hot summer day.
That's what I'm saying. It was like that's how you develop like swamp ass, because that ball
Oh, my
sweat
God.
done reach towards the back. But when you put that ball deodorant on there, you got a cloud down there, man.
You don't have to worry about anything.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I've had it
Again,
cleared up in like 20 minutes.
A cloud with a mountain breeze, man.
Again, use promo code A2D for 20% off at Manscaped. We're also brought to you by Body Check Wellness. Use promo code A2D for 25% off. It was originally 20. Now it's 25. We're giving back to you. Gummies,
Look at
topicals,
that.
CBD, back rollers. They got the whole 9 yards for you. We are also brought to you by the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. Many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We're happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call 856-651-8117. The phone number again is 856-651-8117. And let me also find this. We're also brought to you by FanUp. FanUp is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports, daily NFL contests, and much more. Win great and amazing prizes. Sign up today. Use promo code A2D for 5,000 points, which is a $50 value. Listen, if you like fantasy sports, there's no reason you shouldn't download FanUp. You can download it, play against some of your favorite personalities on A2D. I have it. Tom has it. Greg has it. You can challenge each other to fantasy duels. It's really cool. You can challenge each other on different bets. If one person wants to take the over and they give you the under, you can do that. And listen, the other thing is too, there's no salary cap. So you can it's a level playing field for everybody. You can take the highest rated player. It's not like FanDuel, it's not like DraftKings to where you have to pick this player or that player and stay under the salary cap. You can pick whatever player you want.
Oh, that's Lord, that's
exactly. It levels the playing field for you. But then again, you take some of the best players, and even then, you still lose.
And that's always a thing, because I done got too used to DraftKings and how with that damn salary cap and picking like underrated players. Those are the ones that always comes out for you in the end.
Always. Yeah.
So now you're talking about no cap. Woo, boy.
Yeah, no cap. And for everyone on YouTube, make sure you hit the like and hit the subscribe button and become a member, like we touched on earlier. $9.99 a month. Fan appearances on shows, discounted A2D merch, shout outs, weekly picks from Nate Moss and Money Pop Podcasts, and as well as daily fantasy advice from Willie Vegas. Guys, we appreciate all the support.
Subscribe to A2D. It's like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Got to cover any platform what you want.
Listen, and Todd's a fan. Todd's family. We love Todd. We love having Todd over here.
Goddamn right. I mean, like, come on.
And listen,
there's no no-brainer.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, you guys can come on, message us on social media every Friday. Be like, hey, I want to come on, talk to you guys about the Sixers, Flyers, Phillies, whatever you want.
We don't have a basketball
team.
It doesn't even have to be Philadelphia.
Got a Flyers platform. I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah, we got the whole 9 for you. We have a bunch of shows throughout the week, every day. So there's a.
But will we talk Philadelphia Union?
We have one shocker show for that. That's their job. But yeah, I'm not a huge soccer guy unless we're talking Premier League. Unless we're talking Premier League, I'm not.
Where's my WNBA Philadelphia team?
Oh Lord.
I'd watch.
All right. Now he's taking it too far, man. You could have just said, hey, A2D gets you your money, help pays all the little things and then some.
Yep. And on that
but no, you want to go find WNBA shit.
WNBA teams.
I want to watch all of my sports.
Oh my God. On that note, fam, we'll get out of here. We appreciate the support as always. Todd, we always appreciate you for coming on. John,
Love you
new
guys.
member, thank you for becoming an A2D member. Again, perfect time because you're going to have your picks from Nate Moss and Willie Vegas this weekend. So stay tuned. Tomorrow morning, the picks should be able. They should come out around I'd say 11 noonish, usually before the games start. So keep an eye out for that on YouTube.
And then check them out, their podcast, Money Pocket Podcast.
Yes,
Sundays,
sir.
baby.
Yes, sir. Every Sunday morning.
Yes, sir.
As always, Jake Friel, Pete Young, Todd, as always, we appreciate you coming on. Love having you on.
Thank you. Always.
Yep.
Love being with you guys.
Absolutely.
Man, I'm about to take your belt, man. You keep on flashing it like you damn Ric Flair. Fuck that shit, man. I'll challenge you for that goddamn belt, man. You keep on flashing, man. Ben Simmons is not going to be there for the start of the season, okay? Forget about it.
12 days and counting, baby.
We'll get you back. Get you guys next week on another episode.
Later.
Friday. Appreciate it, guys. See you.